Test. Test. Okay. Hopefully that works now. I was in the
A test of your reflexes.
I was in the settings, deep in the settings, to try to fix the popping issue. So hopefully it's fixed. Well, I have another solution that I can implement, but I don't know if the one I already implemented fixed it or not. But clearly it's a reoccurring problem, so we're trying to like have it not be a problem anymore. Because obviously when it's popping, it's kind of shit. So, there was also a software update to the filter, so hopefully that'll help. But there was also mismatch. Peak. There's also a mismatch between the sources, the hertz rate of the sources of the output broadcast filter and the input of the microphone. So we adjusted that slightly to see if that might fix the issue. Basically, I think my microphone was providing too high quality of an output to sync with the broadcasting software if it was under load. So we'll see if it goes under load today. If it starts popping again, then I have another thing I can try. Right now, we're just trying to see if TikTok actually wants to work. Okay, great, it's working. We're gonna jump back into Oblivion today, and probably reduce the difficulty. That would probably be. It's probably gonna be the ticket, I think. I'm not out here to prove anything to anybody, I don't think, so. If I'm not playing on expert, it's not a big deal. And I think like the difficulties are clearly cooked. But I'll probably log in, and as soon as something gets to be ridiculously hard, I'll just reduce the difficulty. I'm kind of like over fighting like a random monster for an hour because the difficulty settings seem cooked. I should check in on my Brighter Shores man real quick. See how he's doing, you know? Not normal. How's it going? Well, we probably can't do any more forensics. Oh, Muaz, hi. Changed your name, did you? Stop. We'll just go send my man to go do something different for a couple of levels. And then we'll have systematic evidence filing. I'll fix everything. We're at a cache, and it costs cash to do forensics for some reason. It's kind of broken, to be honest. You spend money and you earn the same XP as like any other passive that's at your level, and you burn the money instead of make money. It kind of just doesn't make any sense, to be honest. But we'll go to the lesser XP for right now because we're at a cache and I ain't grinding cash. Yeah, I think we talked about this before, but like I said, if I do a short, then people are not going to find my vertical live stream, and I care more about um, making connections with people live than I do care about like whatever my view count is, because at the end of the day, you can have a shit ton of subs, but if you don't make a very good connection with those people, it doesn't really matter. Again, I'm interested in doing live content. I'm not that interested in doing pre-recorded content. I chop up and record or post content that I've done live, just so that people kind of know what's going on here. That's kind of like my shtick, I guess. I want to do live content. Like realistically, like you know, a lot of the live broadcasts have been doing quite well. So like my concurrency on vertical sometimes gets up to like 12 and 13. I had one day my concurrency on vertical was like 50. So again, that's what's important to me. It's not really important to me like what, like, you know, my recorded content is. All right, so last we were in here. We did the Brotherhood contract. Brotherhood contract. Fighters Guild. So I don't know if there's another one you can do, but she's very loud. She's mad you kicked her out of the office. Well, I mean, it is her house too.
My office. You paid fucking rent?
She's kind of annoying, to be honest. Yeah, you are kind of annoying. Go ahead, darling. Trying to get this thing to charge. There we go.
Look at the muscles on you.
Wow, thanks. Where did we go last time? I thought it was like down here, but I didn't see the building. I'm like getting turned around, I think. I think it's in like the middle part or something. Yeah, you should finish studying. That is very important. What are you doing?
Oh.
You're so needy. Where the hell? Where the hell am I? Oh, right here. Hi.
Well, what have we? A pleasure to speak with you. I'll need someone who's at least an apprentice for this job. Maybe you're ready for advancement?
Advancement.
You've done well so far. I hereby promote you to apprentice. Good luck.
Oh, thanks.
Looking for more work, eh? Good. got a contract for you. I'd like you to go talk to Norbert Lels here in Anvil. He runs Lels Quality Merchandise here in Anvil. He's been having problems with break-ins, though, and he's hired us to put a stop to it. Take care of Lels. He needs the help.
What is it?
It's my... Wait. I like my quest. So no, it's on the right one. It's telling me to go in a weird direction, though.
How are you?
I guess this is a different instance of Anvil.
Well, greetings. Welcome to Lels Quality Merchandise. We have a wide range of goods to suit your needs.
Do you actually have?
Perhaps you saw the sign outside? A slight mistake, you know. Bit of bad luck there. So, what can I do for you?
Yep. I thought you were gonna, like, sell me something.
I've lost a great deal of merchandise over the last few months. I keep replacing it, but they keep stealing it. New locks on the doors be damned. They always come at night after I've gone to bed. Maybe a mage transports them inside. You can just stay in the shop overnight. Good luck. I'm
Stay
going to
in
wait
the
at
shop
flooring
overnight.
wall until this mess is settled. I know I can trust you to keep the place safe. You hear about Gogan? A gang of thieves is running a scam in town and he fell for it. What an idiot.
Okay.
I am Norbert Lels. How may I help you? An all-female gang of thieves has been recently plaguing Anvil with a very unique method of robbing. They pick on only the men. If you want to help us do something about it, go talk to Gogan and Malona. Let's just say Gogan is intimately involved and leave it at that. As I said, I'll need you to stop these thieves from breaking into my store. It only seems to happen at night. Anvil's a port town. That's why you'll see items here you won't find in the Imperial City. The captains keep an eye out for special items for me. Bye.
Bye.
What's wrong with you?
Why do you bother me? Go away.
No, what the fuck?
That's the best you can do.
Okay. Okay. Don't want to go groceries today? Who fucking does, brother? Absolutely nobody.
This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death.
Holy shit.
This ends here. This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death.
Die, damn you! Die, damn you!
You're pathetic.
Look how much faster this guy dies when I put it down to one difficulty setting. It goes from like impossible to trivial.
Die! Ha! You'll never take me down!
I'm just warming up. What's the matter? Getting tired?
That!
Yeah, they are cooked.
Slanjava.
Let's get this over.
Holy shit, Slanjava.
What's the matter? Getting tired?
Thank you. 3 months in a row.
Getting tired?
That's big.
Fall before me, Breton.
I fought mud crabs.
This guy's got an emerald sword.
You.
Take that!
I'll send your bloody soul straight to Sovngarde.
You're pathetic.
Show me what you've got.
You coming for groceries or what?
Get this over with.
Yeah, you got it, he says. Holy fuck.
That's the best you can do.
Oh, locking up my sugar when I... Oh, fuck.
You're pathetic. I've fought mud crabs more fearsome than you.
Or fearsome. Oh, he's getting tacos. He's trying to tempt you there, bud. Elven boots. At least I got a... Wait, still didn't get a fucking helmet. I got a mithril helmet. Somehow the mithril helmet is still worse. It's just less weight. It's actually still less protection than this piece of shit. My boots, yeah, orcish. Two. Yeah, like this mithril shit is still 2 shit. Elven is 2. I guess I can wear the elven gaunts. But the rest of this is garbage. Where'd the other guy go? Elven Claymore. I thought this guy had like a... What happened to the guy with the fucking emerald sword? This guy. Glass. Yeah. It's fucking hot shit still. Yeah, of course, if you wanna make your addition to the community Infinity bottle, we can do that. I can have more Jack Daniels if that's what you're in for. I found out the PC port of FF7 took 11 months to come out after it released, so not only is the final part not even out yet, probably take an extra year on top of whenever it does come out. You mean the thing after Rebirth? Is that what we're talking about? Like Sony exclusive meme.
Oh.
By the time I get there, it'll be fine.
I heard there were some goblins around here recently. Ooh, awful creatures. I avoid those things.
Were you able to take care of my problem with break-ins?
Oh yeah, I beat their ass.
You've gotten them? Wonderful. But their names are familiar to me. All of those men have worked for me. Amazing.
Amazing.
I trusted them to open up the shop in the mornings. I can't imagine what turned them to a life of crime. Sad. Well, here's your payment.
Jamie? Which whatever I got. I got 5 oak. I got 5 oak casks, and I have black barrel.
Arvena Thelus is an odd one. I've heard some strange noises coming from her basement.
Whenever I
seeing you.
can. Good day. Be seeing you. Interesting. Go on.
All right, you got it. You got it. Okay, so we did that. I guess maybe we could just keep hammering away at these Fighters Guild things.
Hello.
Hello.
Look at the muscles on you.
Oh, ooh la la.
Oh, hello.
You're fucking lost in this city.
What's this about?
What's what about? Oh, it's down here, isn't it? Like this door. Alright, Adriana, are you gonna stand for me to get some liquor out? Or nah? Happens when the bottle fills up? Well, in theory, for 5,000 bits, I'll drink some of it. But, or not 5,000 bits, 5,000 channel points.
Hi there.
I think it's 5,000. Some amount of channel points. Yeah, 5,000, and we do a tasting from this jungle mix. But also probably I'll just do some sample bottles. We'll just do some, we'll make some sample bottles of it, and we'll just keep making an evolution of it, and then we can like do a taste comparison of like different eras of the liquid. That's like one thing we can do. Right. Just gonna open easily? No, never does. Never does. This fucking thing. At least we kind of like figured out the science of getting this cork open. Labeled bottle of brown stuff. Oh yeah, that's definitely what it is. I still haven't made the command I haven't made the command to post the link for this, I don't think. Infinite bottles live. So this is this is the community bottle tab of that spreadsheet. And it's about to get some more Jameson. All right, 15 milliliters. Jameson single pot still, 5 oak cask release. Of course, this is triple distilled Irish whiskey matured in ex-bourbon, ex-sherry, and Irish, European, and American new charred oak. It's got a little bit of that Irish oak in there. Not too common. And thank you for your continued support. Boom. Forever immortalized in this bottle. Because that's what makes these bottles so interesting. Is no matter what we do, there'll always be some of today's Jameson 5 Oak in there in some proportion, no matter how small. Master distiller. Well, I didn't distill anything. Maybe master blender. Rock on. We'll get rid of this one. Stick this one up here. We could even spin it. Look how fancy. The bottle of the minute. All right, we'll be right back and then continue with this shit.
How are you?
Fantastic. Thanks for asking.
Captain Dougal's rumored treasure has to be true. I wonder if the first Count of Anvil found it.
I've heard others say the same.
Heard any news from the other provinces?
Nothing I'd like to talk about.
Oh,
Have you heard any word about the other
All
provinces?
right.
I've heard nothing good. In Morrowind, they say the man god Vivek
Holy
has
fuck.
gone missing.
Awfully fucking chatty in here.
He has been taken by the Daedra.
It seems it is a
Lords have
dire
always
situation
been
throughout all of
protective of
Camelot.
their
Where's
Greetings, Steve. I hope I can help. I'm sorry. You're not yet ready for a promotion. Keep completing contracts and take care of any assigned duties. Be seeing you.
Did I not finish that guy's quest? I think I did.
It's my pleasure. Please. I don't have anything for anyone in your rank. Check with Bursgrove.
Oh, we gotta go to the other spot now.
He might. Bye.
Hello there.
Hello there.
They say that when you murder someone, the Dark Brotherhood...
All right. That's not it. Doesn't look like it. It doesn't obviously say Fighters Guild, but it has a sword and shield. I don't know. Maybe it's across the way. Ban your ass. Boom.
What?
What? Usually there's a sign that says past few that's been the case. West gate, east gate. Oh my god, he's showered. He's clean. It was scary. I imagine brown water.
Everyone's saying there's trouble in Kavach. The whole town destroyed. Only a few survivors.
Can't imagine it would be up at the castle, right? You think stop leaving my room?
You have the hands of a healer. I'm here to relieve you.
Another day, another septum.
Lodge in goods and stores, books. Maybe it is this building right here. Even though it doesn't really say. Yeah, it is. Hey, bro.
Can I help? Go ahead, please.
Oh, you're just the porter.
Bye.
Oh, the tacos. What the fuck is going on? Who's smashing things? This is the Elder Scrolls Oblivion, right? Okay.
Yes?
Yes. Bye.
Bye.
You see that wandering Ronin?
You here looking for work, meat? Maybe you want a contract?
You don't look like very much of a Fighters Guild type of guy.
I suppose I've got something for you. We need a weapons shipment delivered to Desolate Mine. That's your job.
Sounds like a fucking ambush.
Move your ass, boot.
Wow, that's fucking rude. Take a steel warhammer to the Desolate Mine. There. Possessed trash can, yeah. Mouth is gigantic. It seemed like something happened where like a beer bottle was bugged with the trash can. I'm not sure how that happened, but it's classic Oblivion physics. I wonder what happened to that random horse I had. Seems like it's gone now. It's okay. Say I wanted to buy a horse. How much is a horse? Can you just like be like, hey bro, buy me a horse? Can I just steal a horse? This horse now mine? Yeah, I could just steal a horse. Oh, here's my horse. I think the greater issue with all the tacos belonging to Crassus means that the washroom may be unusable in the future. It's actually a threat about washroom usage, not a threat about tacos. Too bad Starfield wasn't cool open world like this. You know, it's weird. Because Starfield was literally generations ago. Or this game was literally generations ago compared to Starfield. No good tacos in Europe. I mean, I'm not a taco person anyway. My streamer no have Shadow Mirror. Wow, you're speaking Spanish to me. I don't even know what that is. Wait, why is my guy telling me to go all the way down here? That can't be right. Huh? It's on the wrong fucking thing. Over here. I got some monkeys to deal with. He doesn't know. Of course I don't know. Think I was looking at the fucking strategy guide, brother? Fucking mudcrab and minotaur combat. Guy in the other chat says that's in Skyrim. I wouldn't know because I never played Skyrim really either. I played this game through like the main story, but I didn't do very much like side content. In Oblivion or in Skyrim, I did pretty much nothing. I played for like 50 hours. I didn't even complete the game. We're waiting for Skyrim remaster. Okay, when Skyrim remaster comes out, we'll play it. When they shadow drop Skyrim remaster, I'll play the game. How about that? I'm not gonna go on that long con they got going where they like release a new version of Skyrim and you buy the new one every time. No. I'm gonna wait for the fucking Unreal 6 Skyrim. I think they already remastered that game. No. Not in the same way they remastered this game. Skyrim doesn't hold my attention as much. Yeah, it definitely didn't for me either. Fucking Nirnroot. I need Morrowind? Yeah, Morrowind on, like, this graphics level and this, like, level of gameplay fluidity. Again, this is, like, this thing I keep saying about Morrowind is, like, my problem with Morrowind was, like, it's just kind of, like, super janky, right? So I kind of like if it was, like, less janky. Remastered squared. Yeah. They remastered Skyrim, like, 6 times already. But I'm waiting for the Unreal 6 engine remastered Skyrim. You know, in 10 years or whatever. You should do a Morrowind remaster with improved combat, yeah. Ah ha ha, you guys have been distracted by my horse while I sit back here and buff myself. My horse is dead, oh well. Is how it is, you know. Goblin Shaman's headless zombie. Here, oh, he's a fucking zapped me. You fucker. You made a new one. You were gonna kill me, you shit. Strong potion of healing, I'm in. Oh, fuck, where's this fucking Minotaur coming from? Is there always a fucking Minotaur? Fatigue. Gonna stun me. Let's do a heavy attack. Oh, fucked up. Yeah. Go off. Just died. It's fucking rude. Difficulty? Just put it back on like normal because I was playing on expert up until today, and frankly, it just seems cooked. The like difficulty is completely, totally cooked. Yeah, my helmet's broken again. I might as well just put on this mithril helmet just because this iron helmet keeps breaking, even though it's like less protection. It just keeps fucking breaking every 5 seconds. I just can't. I can't keep repairing that fucking thing. Actually, I could probably do Kvatch Portal now that I reduced the difficulty. Like, I haven't even done the Kvatch Portal because it was like way too hard on expert. What's going on here? Oh, these are good. These are friendly guys. Hi.
Good that you made it. You should talk to Rihanna.
You must be the reinforcement from the guild. Good. I hope you brought weapons.
Makes sense. It would break. Yeah, that helmet's been breaking like over and over and over again. Like before the rest of my gear, it like always breaks. So
You've made it, and just in time. We've got
this
trouble
is starting to be a
with goblins.
problem.
I'll take the bow. You give the weapons to my other two men. Take care.
Ah, you've got the weapons. Let's talk about that weapons shipment you robbed. Excellent. I long to sink a blade into some goblin flesh. A blade? Fantastic. Let us take the fight to these vile creatures.
Okay.
I'm waiting.
You're the one with the weapons shipment, right? Let's talk about that. Good. I need a weapon. I'm looking forward to bashing some skulls in. A hammer. Excellent. Good for bashing in puny goblin skulls. Okay.
Okay. I should now clear the mine of goblins. That wasn't part of the deal. Right. Are you guys going? What's happening? What the fuck? Iron's like not even worth picking up, bro. Let's just throw that on the ground. That's just not even worth. It's just not even worth fucking with. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. But I would like to put my potion on here. My like strong healing potion.
Fuck mud crabs more fearsome than you.
Oh, you guys just ran by these ones, eh? I got these ones. Okay. See how it is. Yeah, they just didn't seem to give a shit, you know? They just let them come meet me, dude. The fuck? Something I have is broken again. What's broken? Oh, my Elven gauntlets. You guys didn't get this other goblin. You guys suck. Hey. Any loot in here or what? Clearly we didn't quite finish the quest yet. So somebody did damage to this one but didn't kill it. Where's this guy's helmet, man? Where's his, like, spooky helmet he had? Oh, Elidor, you fucking died somehow. How the fuck did you die? Mine key. Well, I don't mind if I do. Fuck did I die? Yeah, I don't think they changed anything to do with the AI, right? Like the AI is just as stupid as it was when the game first came out. It's just like a graphical overhaul. Freaking Warhammer, eh? Your idiot friend died.
They're all taken care of now. It's a damn shame about Elidor. He was a fine swordsman. You should head back to Grokosh now. Thanks.
Wow.
Looks like we got them all. Good work, soldier. The miners will be able to get back to work. You should head back to Burrs and find another contract.
Okay.
Well, it's no problem traveling from the Imperial City to Leywin, if you're a wizard and can walk on water. I'd stay off the roads, though. Good going.
Gold nugget. What was this way? Oh, dead end.
That was some good goblin bashing. What else you need?
Your friend died.
Lots of them dead. just like it should be. Nimine is a region of mixed farmland, parkland, and forest.
Okay.
Not bad.
Thanks for that interesting factoid. Fucking goblin fucking wizard here. God, more strong potions. That's what we like to see. She should be demoted. Maybe. Knight of the Thorn Lodge. What's that? Knights of the Thorn Lodge. It's not misty out? Nah. Mondays. I think we're doing Puzzle Mondays and Final Fantasy Fridays. That's what we're doing. Are you a battle mage build? Not really. I'm more of like, I got healing spells and buffs, but I don't really have like fireballs, if that makes any sense. Very engaged in watching this game lately too. Oh yeah. Here's the, here it is. Watched Quinn scream about not finding Garly for about 4 hours. Oh, fuck. Garlic. He was hunting for garlic? He was hunting for... he was hunting for garlic? I found it on a random vendor. Pewter mug. Who's the guy? Are you the guy? No, you're not the guy. Alright, it's the orc that looks like he's not actually a fighter. That's the guy. Seems like he's outside.
Greetings, Britain.
Oh, he's changed. He's
He's
equipped his gear now.
Weapons won't deliver themselves.
You're a piece of shit.
Well, you got the weapons there, but there were casualties after. Do better in the future or don't come to me for work. Here's your reward.
You fucker, that was not my fault. That motherfucker ran ahead with his friends and got gangbanged, dude. That has nothing to do with me.
You've got duties to attend to. First, though, you're ready for advancement. Looks like it's time for a promotion. Due to your performance, I name you Journeyman of the Fighters Guild.
So you gave me a promotion after telling me I did a shit job. That sounds like a fucking... you sick garlic, man. I haven't been looking, though.
She's got some duties for you to take care of.
Who?
You're needed in Coral. Report to Velena Daunton.
Velena Daunton.
Duties for you to take care of.
In Coral. Okay.
Goodbye.
You're saying I should preemptively look for some garlic and just have it in my inventory? Is that what you're saying? Should we just pop into the old Borbass goods and stores and see if he's got any good ones, dude? What the fuck was that?
We've got everything the adventurer needs. I'm an old adventurer myself.
Hey, you look like an adventurer, I gotta say.
What can I interest you in?
Garlic, just grapes. Strawberries, though. Dwarven arrows? Oof. Wait, will you take some of my shit?
You in some of my fine wares? You drive a hard bargain. That seems a fair price. That's a fair deal. That seems a fair price. You drive a hard bargain.
Still, this person doesn't have enough money to buy my mage fighters. I do need to repair my shit, though.
Leave me alone.
I want me to go in there. Oh, that's the door. Who's the old... Alright, it's right here. This guy. Your iron gauntlet fell on the ground.
The March Rider sells and repairs weapons and armor. Can I help you? I'm Tertia Veducia. I can repair almost anything.
What you got for sale?
Look at my wares. I'm sure there's something.
Captain Corden's Saber. Absorbs blade, agility, and endurance on hit. Not a blade user, though.
You too.
Yeah, I needed to go to Coral. I could probably just do this fucking thing. Am I level 25 yet? What level am I? 15. There's a breakpoint at level 25 that I want to hit. Where you have to be at least level 25 to loot a certain item. Yeah, that's in the main story. It's probably like deep enough in the main story that I don't have to worry too much about like delaying it, but I don't mind doing these other quests first for that reason. Once I get to 25, I can loot the ring that basically makes me magic immune.
City life just isn't for me. I'm much happier in Coral. No. I'm the Fighters Guild champion, Modrin Orain. I don't believe we've met.
You're the champion, are you?
You too.
Things could always be worse, and probably will be. I'm Kurz Grobarath. What can I do for you? Go hurt something.
Go hurt something. Oh, hey.
Greetings. I see you've been keeping yourself busy. This is good. I believe it's time for you to perform some duties for your guild. See Azan in Anvil or Burzgrokash in Shadenal for contracts.
Already done that. Duties.
We are a brotherhood, a family. What affects one of us affects us all. Fighting, drunkenness, dereliction of duty are not tolerated. I would like you to speak with Modrin Orion. He will assign you any duties that are currently pending. Good luck to you.
Yep.
Bye.
What do you want? I suppose you've come looking for duties, huh?
Why are you such a dick?
Go ahead.
You've reached the maximum disposition for this character. Oh, he likes me, but he acts like a dick to me anyway. Okay. Sounds good.
Duties for you. Fine. I'll speak slowly so you can keep up. I want you to contact Maglier.
What?
He's one of your Fighters Guild brothers, but he's defaulted on a contract. We can't allow that. Makes us all look bad.
Defaulted on a contract.
He didn't finish out a contract in Skingrad. Suppose I shouldn't be surprised. He's raw like you. Go and find out what's wrong with him.
Wow.
Don't just stand there. Move!
This guy's a dick, despite having the best disposition towards me. He's kind of a dick.
Yeah.
Renaud Germain has a terrible memory.
Hey, Retica, how's it going?
Times, but when I saw him in Shadenhall, he walked right past me like we were strangers.
He did what?
Take care.
Good evening.
Are you late? No. I suppose not. It's not like you had an appointment. You can show up whenever you want.
What is it now?
Let's see if this guy is fucking hammered in here or something.
What? What is it? Brother? They send you to find me?
You're a short fucker.
Defaulted? I suppose so. I'm not paid enough to do the job. I was supposed to find Brennus Astus's journal.
Not paid enough.
That was my job. They said it was in Fallen Rock Cave. You ever been in there? Didn't think so. I'm not going back. Not for that kind of money. If you care that much, you go find it. The contract's yours. It's not worth it for what the guild is paying. I've got a family to think about.
Not paying enough, eh?
I'm Maglier. What do you want? Whatever.
Said you're sitting in the pub getting drunk, eh? Alright. Go up here. Okay. My horse gonna be in here, or is my horse properly dead? I watched it die. Maybe properly dead. I think I can buy a horse. Why is it always like a shit time of day when I'm near the stable? Let me get a drink.
What, you want a horse? I can sell you one. There are no finer bay horses than those sold by the Grateful Pass stables. Our bay horses are faster than the paint horses and tougher than the chestnut. You'll be proud to own one.
1,000 gold.
Then I guess you... I'm done.
Fuck that. I'll just fucking run up there. I don't give a shit. Gotta train my athletics somehow. I'm riding around a fucking horse all day. How am I gonna train my athletics? You know, let's be real. You gotta train my athletics somehow. Maybe these things are for health potion, but I can't remember. Can't collect those ones for some reason. Columbine root pulp. Well, that's restore intelligence. I think I'm thinking of Elder Scrolls Online. Morning Glory. What's that? Burden? Oh, there's fucking these fuckers in here. That's why this guy is being a bit of a tit. Because I can't kill these things either. What's the quest? Find a journal in here. I just have to let that ghost hit me. I can't actually kill it. And just run around and see if I can find this item. What, you? What? Hey, hey. Don't chew on that. Hey. No, 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 no. Chewing on that. Can't see on the buttons I'm pressing. Can't see what I'm doing. Wait, did we not go? Maybe this way? To take crabs. You have to like run away from this thing. I can't. Need a magic weapon. You doing, kitten? Enemies nearby. Yeah, I still got aggro on those ghosts, I guess. Really, I want to go this way, I think. I don't want to like go help that little shit, I don't think. I want to just turn his ass in. Shrine of the Sanguine. That one's like is vampire related. Wish I would drop combat. I wish there were no longer enemies nearby. Nice. Athletics up. Big. Might be out of combat now. Sure. What's going on up here?
It all feels good. It's all fun. Why not?
Ooh, you seem batshit.
I joined for the parties, and stayed for the parties. Why would I go back to work? That life is for suckers and fools.
That hurts, man.
Have you come to revel in the glory that is the shrine of Sanguine? It is a place of celebration for us. We dance, we make love. Would you speak with Sanguine? Approach then, and bring Sanguine a gift. Some Cyrodiilic brandy is an appropriate gift for your host. May I interest you in some of my fine wares?
You don't have anything.
I'll be here. You have been told how to summon Sanguine. If you feel worthy, proceed. Go then.
Cyrodiilic brandy, eh? They're fast travel now.
Why are you talking to me? Shouldn't you be finding Maglir?
You're a piece of shit. You know that?
You've got the journal. Good. So, what happened in Skingrad? You did it? I'll be talking to Maglir soon. I don't need one wet ear covering for another. Still, the job got done. Here's the reward. Yes, it's quite odd. Reynold, who I've bumped into several times in Coral, acted like I was a complete stranger. Also, he seemed sober, which is a refreshing change. Usually, Reynold is stumbling around Coral, drunk as can be. Very odd, but then, it's really none of my business. Back for more work, are you? Good. Some of our boys are causing trouble in Leowin. Looks bad for the guild. Some of your brothers have been getting rowdy at the local tavern. I've got no problem with cutting loose, but I don't like it when we all look bad. You're looking for Relian, Vantus Prelius, and Dubak Groshok. I haven't had any trouble with them before, so find out what's going on. I'll be waiting.
Drunk and disorderly. Oh, I need to have a sleep. I think I can use these guys' bed. I'm in this guild too, right? And I can use this bed, right? Yeah. Agi up. Adria, you're being kind of silly. Okay, we're going down here. See what our boys are up to. Gonna make sure it's on the right quest.
You shouldn't be here.
What?
You would. You'll keep your nose out of this if you know what's good for you. Trouble? Trouble, you're damn right. But it's not us, friend. The real trouble's with the Blackwood Company. They're what's causing trouble. Mercenaries is what they are. And they've hung up a shingle here in Leyawind. Vantis can tell you more. Mind your own business.
It's not wise to interrupt us in the middle of our discussion.
You guys are fucking hammered.
I don't think so. I'll tell you what real trouble is. It's trying to pay my debtors when there's no work. It's my wife taking in wash to buy food. That's been the state of things since the Blackwood Company began moving in. I spit on them. Mercenaries sent by the Emperor to reclaim territory in Black Marsh. When they failed, they came back and set up shop. They've been undercutting us on contracts ever since, and they've no qualms about accepting jobs no guild member would be caught dead doing. Oh? We must? Well, last I saw, you didn't outrank me, journeyman. I suggest you mind your manners and your own business. Report us? Oh, no. Why, we might never get work from the guild again. And that would be different how, exactly? A brilliant idea. Orion only sends his best these days. Tell you what, you go find us some paying work and we'll happily go about it. Jobs would be great. Too bad no one is giving us any these days. If you can find some work for us, we'll do it. Much obliged, my friend.
Are you still talking? Find us work and money. Jobs are good. I need more money, so I need more jobs for money.
Really brilliant. I have to talk to the locals, eh?
Don't get your tail in a knot.
Your Fighters Guild. Get them out of here. Jobs around here? Don't know that I trust you enough to recommend you to anyone. Say what you're going to say. Oh, that's just the thing. I appreciate the gesture. I'll take that, and thank you very much. That will get you something. For me, thanks. Jobs for the Fighters Guild. Try Margart. If she's not at home or at the Five Claws, she's probably out looking for alchemical ingredients. Make them
I'll
leave
snap
now.
you in half, little man.
Nothing more for you, Imperial. Get out.
Are you American? No, I'm not American. All right, so got one person I can ask. Maybe these guys will have something else to say.
Between a live hero and a dead one, because you don't want to be on the dead guy side of the line, do you?
Suppose not.
What can I interest you in?
What do you have for me? I cannot buy that. It's expensive.
There's nothing new I can tell you about jobs for your guild. Make it quick. Oh, that's just the thing. There's nothing new I can tell you about.
2030 for Elder Scrolls 6 to be released. Yeah, you know, it's coming. Eventually.
How nice. It's just what I wanted. Yes. Thank you. How kind.
You too. I'm Itar. Say, did you hear what that Argonian said? What's his name? You know who I'm talking about. He said any Argonian can kick any Khajiit's butt to breakfast any day of the week. You believe that? I think he's wrong. I know Khajiit can kick Argonian butt. Anytime, anywhere. And you can tell everyone
War
I said
3
so.
is like next year. Why you would think that, but
Leave me alone.
we're not going to get too political about it either way.
Goondalus guarantees everything almost free at best goods and guarantees retail service at warehouse price.
This better be good.
You can get World War 3 before new Elder Scrolls. Well, I mean, like I said, I'm not going to get too political about it, but we're not going to make any predictions about world wars. That's like not a thing. We'll try to find a better way to express our unlikelihood of its release, rather than predict doom. Predict doom on the world.
That's just talk. Blah, blah, blah. What a bore. Sure. What a wonderful compliment.
And getting this guy money just seems so much easier than fucking around with this goddamn wheel. I don't have the speechcraft for this.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, please. Really now. You're a big fat liar.
Yeah, bribes seem where it's at.
Bad. No, goodness. You're wasting your breath. You're pathetic. Not bad. Not bad at all. You can't scare me. What a... You're full of it. Well, isn't that sweet of you? Well, isn't that sweet of you? That's not bad. There's nothing new I can tell you. Farewell.
Man.
What do you want? Be seeing you.
Go ahead, please. What can I interest you in?
You guys don't have anything for me.
Farewell.
I don't know what rep did I get that the innkeeper to, like what was my disposition in order to get her to tell me like a source. Want to like sling money at.
Your fighter. Yes.
That's 60.
Make them leave now.
I'm tired.
What? Have a look at my wares. I'm sure that for you, of course.
It's because it's 68 and still he won't tell me
We'll see
anything.
again.
I guess I can go just try to find this one person that I've been given a tip off for.
My name is Margart. Professionally, I'm a trade consultant. I offer advanced mercantile training, by the way. But my real passion is alchemy. I love brewing up new and interesting potions, just for fun. It's a pity my busy consulting and training schedule leaves me little time for gathering ingredients. And heavens forfend that my husband, Itar, devote a few minutes from his all-consuming hobby stirring trouble between Khajiits and Argonians to help me find ingredients. I suppose I've got something I could use the guild's help with. I need ogre teeth and minotaur horn for my alchemy experiments.
I mean, I got some minotaur horns.
But I prefer fresh, and I'll pay well. And I just don't trust those Blackwood Company folks to find them. Well, I'm not sure about you either. Tell you what, if you bring me back 5 portions of ectoplasm, I'll give my business to the guild. That's my offer.
I have some ectoplasm already.
Be seeing you.
I got 2.
Have you found me ectoplasm? Be seeing you.
Can't remember where I got this ectoplasm from. I definitely picked it up somewhere, but I can't remember where. I doubt these general stores are randomly going to have it.
Let's do business. Goodbye.
Was that rake? Like, I think it comes from those ghosts, but I can't kill those. I train them into the guards. Like, these alchemy shops might have some, I guess. If I happen to get some garlic, then I'll buy it, but I'm looking for ectoplasm, which I think comes from ghosts that I can't kill. Unless I, like, go to that cave that had the ghosts in it and, like, aggro them and train them into the guards or something. Or I could buy, like, a destruction spell and cast it at them, I suppose. Feed bag. You think the feed bag has garlic? That would make sense, right?
Put on the feet. What can I interest you in?
Oh, look at that. There's one right there. Oh, wait. No, that's mine. Fuck. That's my inventory.
You're a fine negotiator.
Just kidding. I got excited.
A pleasure to
Shit.
serve you. I'm through talking to you.
What are you doing, darling? You've never had a little sleep like this, like that.
I'm listening.
Have you ever spoken with Barnardo at the best defense?
He's as good as you'll find in this.
This is just... I don't think she's ever done this.
Anvil break-ins were an inside job. Vice's Guild took care of it. Good work. Everybody needs a
Aren't you just adorable?
fancy, but it fills you up.
You'll always leave stuffed, assuming you can keep it down.
Go on.
Have you heard any word about the other provinces?
I understand Daedra worship has become increasingly prevalent in the Somerset Isle.
The Elsewhere have powerful wizards. It could be a dangerous situation.
I'm listening. Goodbye.
Any friend of the society is a friend of mine. Have a look around. Well, maybe Thorinir wasn't responsible for digging up those corpses, but good riddance to his insane prices. Nice job. If I don't have what you need, try Claudette Perrick at the Gilded Carafe. That's right here in the Market District. Can I interest you in some of my wares?
This guy does have garlic.
You drive a hard bargain.
But he doesn't have any ectoplasm.
Come back and see me again. Take care.
We're gonna go to the Golden Carafe, dude.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Don't be the last to read today's Black Horse Courier.
I don't give a fuck about your newspaper, brother. Spells. Here we go.
Hello again. You're more than welcome here. I have everything for the budding alchemist under one roof.
Your nerd root's really annoying.
Only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in?
There's just one ectoplasm. Minotaur horn. What else does that say? Minotaur horn, ectoplasm, and something else. Can't remember the other thing that she said.
Thank you for your patronage.
But that's not after we get the ectoplasm.
Be seeing you.
Ectoplasm! Ghostbusters!
Oh, hello.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to Colovian Traders, Skingrad's finest selection of general merchandise. I'm Gunder. Just let me know what you want. Only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in?
Only quality goods for sale. No quality ectoplasm. Best of the Bard.
Bye.
Me? I'm Falanu. House Lalu. As if that matters here. I have potions, and everything you need to make your own. What will it be?
Ectoplasm. Garlic. I got four garlic, and I'm not even trying. Look at these strong pots, though.
Come back and see me again. Farewell.
Farewell. Farewell. Kitten, you're on my thumb. Makes it hard to use. Need one more ectoplasm.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Good afternoon.
Hey, welcome to the Westweald Inn. I'm Irina Giranus, the proprietor. If you'd like food or a bed, speak to me. What can I interest you in?
Garlic.
You're a fine...
Oh, I got 5 garlic. You don't have any ectoplasm.
Thank you for your business. Goodbye.
Yes?
Think I'm beat your ass? Not yet.
Go to it.
Where else can we go for ectoplasm? No. The clock struck 1. Did the cat change? No, same cat.
Take a chance on the warlock's luck. Just kidding. Everything is all perfectly safe. Tested it myself. Ungarian, retired adventurer. You may have heard of me. Have a look around. You won't find better prices in all Tamriel.
Just want some ectoplasm. Garlic. Nice. We have enough garlic now. Get some extra garlic just for good measure. Gotta ward off the vampires, you know.
A pleasure to serve. Take care.
Get in. My goodness.
Greetings.
What's going on with you?
I ran across a couple of...
I'm Ardeline. I'm the Guild's advanced trainer in alchemy here in Breville. Only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you
You have quality ectoplasm? You do.
You bought that for another satisfied.
Mudcrats not long ago.
Nasty creatures, but I hear their meat is rather tasty.
Farewell.
Their meat is rather tasty.
Company, friend. Welcome.
Hello.
Okay, we should be able to turn this in now. Where was this? Oh, down here. And then she wanted like Minotaur horns. It's something else, but
Let's hear it.
we're to Blackwood. Is she outside right now?
Well met, adventurer. A moment of your time, if you please. Perhaps you'll be able to assist me. I'm after some skooma dealers.
Skooma? Skooma.
A small group of skooma dealers led by a Dunmer named Kylius Lanavo is holed up in the Greyland settlement, just up the road. I've been trying to catch Lanavo for months, but every time I approach the place, his lookout sees me, and he goes running. I need someone to go in there and put a stop to those fetchers. I don't care what it takes. We must get that poison they're selling off the street.
Poison? Skooma's good stuff.
He's been dealt with, and I'll give you the bounty on him. Don't turn your back on Lanavo for a second. He wouldn't think... Be vigilant. Lanavo is a...
Did that hit as a quest? Yeah.
snake.
Get to that later.
Have you found me ectoplasm? Well, you've got the ectoplasm. Seems you Fighters Guild types can do a job when you put your mind to it. Tell your men I'll pay them for Minotaur horns and ogre teeth. The Fighters Guild will be my sole supplier. I look forward to doing more business. Like I told you, I can use Minotaur horn and ogre teeth. If your guild brothers bring me some, I'll pay well.
Okay.
Farewell.
Thought she might want to take my Minotaur horns, but apparently not.
I'll snap you in half, little...
I've told you what we need. Until we've work, we'll stay here. Find ingredients from our guard, huh? Works for me. I'll let the other men know. Appreciate your help, friend. And Orion should be happy. My men and I should be able to keep busy for now. Thank you for your help.
For now.
Good day.
Adria, baby. Oh, goodness.
Go ahead. I'm looking for results from you. What have you found out? I assume you've taken care of this issue. So, tell me what happened. Why were our men causing trouble? And what did you do? The Blackwood Company has taken that much of a foothold in Leowin. Those sons of... Never mind. You've done your job. Here's your payment for it.
How much? How much? 400?
I don't have anything for you right now. Speak with Azan or Grokash. Get some more seasoning, and maybe I'll have something. You've done well. Because of your efforts,
Nice.
you've achieved the rank
I'm
of
promoted.
swordsman of the Fighters Guild. I don't have anything for you, or go hurt something.
Go hurt something, he says. Okay, so back to doing contracts, I guess.
Good evening. I don't know what to think about the attack on the chapel. Things seem to go from bad to worse, don't they?
How are you?
Well met.
How do you do?
A pleasure to see you.
How are you?
This isn't the quest given guy. His name was like Azir or something.
Oh, hello. I hope I can help. Take care.
Where is he?
How goes it?
Not you.
Well met. Good day.
What is it?
Good evening.
What's going on with you?
The skooma trade is making a lot of money for the tribes and elsewhere. And a lot of that is going to the greetings. Looking for some more work, are you?
Yeah.
Good to see you're working hard. I've got some more thieves for you to deal with in Anvil. There have been a number of thefts in the area, and witnesses believe the thieves are holed up nearby. Check around and see what you can learn. I'm not sure the numbers you'll be dealing with, so I'm sending you with another new recruit. Maglier.
No, not that guy.
You two have already met.
Fuck.
Get moving.
Dude.
We need to get rid of those thieves.
Greetings, Redguard.
Good to see you. What's going on with you?
I hear there were some...
Well, let's go to the old watering hole and see if anyone knows anything about this shit. Guy was just pretty fucking vague about the job. Hey, why don't you go kill some thieves? Okay. I got this little shit with me.
Hello there.
What's going on with you?
I understand...
You wouldn't happen to be in the market for a home, would you? If you are, I just happen to be selling a manor located right here in Anvil.
Oh. Manor?
Yes, I'm selling my grandfather's house, Benaris Manor. If you're interested, I could let you have it for a modest sum. I have
Modest
to sell it soon,
sum.
as I have pressing matters elsewhere. You're welcome to take a look at it. It's located across the street from the chapel. Once you buy, you get the key to the front door and the deed of ownership. That's the deal. Would you like to buy it now?
$5 grand? I don't have that.
Well, I'll be here every day from noon until midnight. Let me know if you change your mind.
Daedra worship has become increasingly...
It seems Somerset Isle has become a much more dangerous...
That manor is still for sale if you're interested. Can't say I know anything myself, but I heard that Newheim the Portly had some things stolen, and he's been asking around about it. Ask him.
Good
Don't
day.
wait too long
Stop
to decide.
talking. Leave me alone.
Holy fuck, this conversation got real rude,
How
dude.
goes it?
Hello, good sir.
Stop talking. You're a 69 chicken wing. Hey, hold on.
What can Newheim the Portly do for you? Aye, I know about those scum. Rotten bastards robbed me blind, they did. Stole a family heirloom. Bunch of Bosmer, if you can believe it. No offense to your friend, of course. Last I heard, they were holed up in Hirota Cave, not too far from here.
$120 Super Sigma meal. Look, I don't think there's anything Sigma about going to McDonald's, brother. I'm gonna be honest.
You'll find it north of Anvil. Good luck, and give it to those bastards good. Leave me alone.
It's you. Hi.
I gotta go up there. Let's just go over here. Oh, there's that fucking random clansman again. Running away. Yeah, some things are hard to get right, though. It's kind of like how AI seems like it's a dream technology, except they can't seem to figure out fingers, or sometimes where limbs are supposed to come out of. I think we got some enemies. Rock wall. What the? Where the fuck are you going? Not the best you can do, bitch. Mage's robe. Ebony arrows? Okay. I think he had a two-handed weapon too. Wherever that went. He had like a hammer or some shit. Maybe it was a summoned weapon. That would make some amount of sense. Might have been a bound weapon. Well, it doesn't seem like there's shit in here. Oh yeah, it was a bound weapon. What?
There's no chicken food.
Mace of the Glacier. Ooh. Frost damage. Here we go. I was waiting for a weapon like this. It looks like it's a glass mace with a frost enchant. Big. Fucking huge, dude. Ebony. Ooh, ebony longsword. Oh my god, look at that. Elven Greaves. You gotta keep the orcish, man. My helmet is broken, apparently.
You're a traitor to your own race!
What kitten? Arrow of Fatigue? Elven helmet. They're over encumbered. Oops. Can we shit out? This for sure. Do that. It also has just like a magic mace. Well, this guy's not dead. Here now. Get rid of this chainmail shit. So I have two of the exact same weapon. It's kind of nice. Still over encumbered. I guess I gotta shed 30 weight. I guess it's these giant weapons, that's the problem. Is that good enough for this quest? Yeah. It's getting hot in here, kitten. Dang summer weather. Throwing knives over there? She's throwing knives. You spent 2 hours doing math. Didn't melt anything. I'm lucky. Wow.
Good to see you. How are you?
How goes it?
Thanks for asking.
Captain Dougal's rumored treasure.
Captain Dougal's rumored treasure. Sten the Ugly.
Hello.
And this Azan guy, dude, he's a real sneakster, dude. Never know where he is. He's always fucking hiding.
Look at the muscles on you.
He up here?
So have you taken care of those thieves yet?
In here enjoying some skooma, are you?
You should listen to him preach. He may sound crazy at first, but the longer you listen, the more sense he makes.
Okay.
Bored and
Doesn't she have children?
well,
Yeah, but
doesn't she go to school?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cleared them out, did you? Good work, you two. I see big things for you with the guild. Here's your payment. I don't have anything for anyone in your rank. Check with Burz Grokash in Shadenhall. He might have something. Go
Good
to
to
it.
see you.
Okay. Are you gonna keep following me? Okay, good. We shook that noob.
Hail.
Hi there.
Hi. Okay, now what? You got tacos. Oh. But did other man get tacos? No? Potato? Where's old Gerbil Derbil? There he is.
I've got another contract for you, meat. I assume you won't embarrass yourself.
You're a piece of shit.
It's from Biena Amelian at the Water's Edge settlement. She needs something retrieved from her ancestral tomb. Try not to muck it up.
From her ancestral tomb. Right.
Haul your carcass to that settlement, meat.
It's you. Hi.
He got nothing. But did you buy him grocery? Let's see if we can get a horse.
If you want to buy a horse, go inside and talk to Tovis. Stop.
I don't want to pay $1,000, man. I'm cheap. It's gotta be cheaper than $1,000. That other fucking orc chick tried to charge me a fucking $1,000 for a horse.
I own the Black Waterside stables. Are you shopping for a horse?
The black horses of Shadenhall are the finest in all of Cyrodiil. None are faster, and only the white horses of Anvil are stronger.
5,000.
It's your loss.
Yeah, fuck right off. Trying to fucking charge 5,000. I gotta sell, actually. Let's sell. Got a lock for the sugar. What about the food, though?
I'm listening.
You're early, yeah, I guess.
What? Can I interest you in some of my wares?
Yeah, I'll get rid of some of our shit.
A good price for
What do I do?
customer. That seems a fair price.
I could afford a $5,000 horse now. Seems like a waste of money, though.
You drive a hard bargain. That's a fair deal. That's a fair deal. That's a fair deal.
Seems good. You mostly just point and laugh at the streamer. Wow. I get it. I get it. 6K. I really don't want to like spend that much on a horse though. 5 grand? Who had the horses for 1 grand? I've changed my mind. I want the horses for 1 grand. I can't remember who had them. Oblivion. Yes, it is Oblivion. Hi, Oblivion. Is it this one? I don't think it was this one. Which ones are these white horses? I just want a fucking cheap ass horse. Hey.
I don't have time for you.
You don't?
Looking to buy a horse, go inside and talk to Klisa. Go
Okay.
bother someone else.
You're a fucking dick. I bet you can't put a plunger on your head.
It's you. Hi.
Well, that's not a particularly hard thing to do. So that's a strange bet to make, but there's nothing in it for me, so I'm not going to do that.
Welcome to the horse whisperer. Are you interested in a horse?
Are you on coke?
We have the finest white horses in Cyrodiil. None are hardier, and only the black horses of Cheydinhal are faster.
4,000?
Come back and leave me alone.
You're also a cunt. I can't remember which place had the horses that were cheap. I kind of thought 1,000 for a horse was a lot. It turns out that's cheap. Is it this one? Can't remember if it was this one.
What if you are looking to buy a horse? Go in. You too.
run the North Country stables. Are you interested in a horse? There are no finer chestnut horses to be found anywhere in Cyrodiil. They are not as hardy as most, but only the black horse is faster.
Only
What a
500.
pity. You too.
Wonder, does it tell you what the horse stats are? Hold on. Let me peruse the internet. What happened to my window I had open? Black horse is faster. Yeah. I think the black horse is the fastest one. Is that a vampire? Nah, that's a regular dude. Okay, so this says the horse you get at the start is dog shit. Okay. The horse with the highest attack is a unicorn, which apparently you can get. There is that shadow mirror horse that is apparently a thing. It's the fastest and it has the most health, so that shadow mirror horse is the best horse in the game. It's the same speed as a black horse, but it has way more health. More attack. So the cheapest horse you can get is a paint horse, which is slow AF and has 300 health. And then the next, so it's 500 for a paint horse, 1,000 for a bay horse. What game name? Oblivion, brother. It's Oblivion. So bay horse is 1,000, has less health than a paint horse, but is slightly faster. And the chestnut has less health than the bay or the paint horse, but it's even faster. And the white horse has the most health for 4K. Except for Shadowmere. It's the same speed as the chestnut, not as fast as a black horse. So the black horse is the fastest, but it's not as tanky. I don't really care that much about it being super duper fast. What do you mean, why? It's Oblivion. Brother, there was a guy in chat that said Oblivion. His name was Oblivion. It's Oblivion. That's the name of the game, Oblivion. You kind of look like your character, but without the helmet. Well, if I was wearing a helmet like that, that'd be kind of weird. So I don't want to pay a whole lot. So I think I'm just going to get a bay horse. So that's Bravel or Skingrad. So I guess here I can pay $1,000 for a horse down here. And it's a little bit tankier. The other horse, a little bit slower. But first.
By what right do you want a horse? I can sell you one.
You kind of act like a bitch, though.
Our bay horses are faster than the paint horses and tougher than the chestnut. You'll be proud to own one. It's a pleasure doing business with you.
Okay, there we go. Wow, fucking horse. Got a fucking horse. Mr. Bee's Knees, how's it going? Where the fuck is my horse?
I have your horse right here.
You have my horse right here? Where? What? Brother, you're eating fucking bread. That's a scam. Is this my horse? This is my horse. It says my bay horse. That's how we know it's mine. I fought Merc Labs fiercer than you. Holy fuck. Look at my horse. My horse is amazing. Give it a lick. It tastes just like a sherry cask whiskey. Would you rather have a cupcake or a machine gun? Well, considering that most such weaponry isn't legal to own, I'd rather be arrested. Fined or whatever. How do I get some horse armor? My horse needs some horse armor. They're pretty decent. You know, he's on a pretty decent clip. Yeah, we'll have to get a black horse. Discovered Water's Edge.
Can you help me?
New D4 season today? What?
Hello. You must be from the Fighters Guild. I'm glad you're here. I need your help to repay a debt.
Wait. You need to pay me to help you pay somebody else?
I'm afraid so. My father had a bit of an issue with gambling. I'm afraid he built up a rather large debt. Now that he's gone, the debt is mine.
Like a bad system.
Oh, a great deal. Over 1,000 septums. My father was quite a gambler. Quite a bad gambler. Gone. Dragged from our house in the night. To pay the debt, I'd like to sell the sword and armor of my grandfather, or I might be next. They were buried with my grandfather in the family tomb. The sword and cuirass were enchanted and should cover my debt. Please, get them for me. Not far, in my family's ancestral tomb.
How
Here,
enchanted.
I can mark it on your map. Please, return them to me so I can pay off my father's debts.
How enchanted are they?
Only hope.
Added level 50 boosts. Paid boosts? Brother. What the fuck? Okay. You'll save the game. Is there not a way to just fucking exit game, dude? Without, like, Alt F4ing? Not that I'm opposed to that, it just seems weird that there's no button that, like, closes the game. There's no way to leave. Yeah. There's no way to quit. I seen the expansion, that Diablo 4 expansion was on sale. It was like on sale on Steam, and I was like, maybe. And then I didn't click on it, so I don't think so. But if it apparently has level boosts in it, that seems like Doc Leave. You know what I mean? Level boosts. Like what the fuck? Get me out. Never give up making videos. You can make it. Why, thank you. Thanks for your kind words. Alright, so I don't have a plan. Because I don't have time to make a plan, and my blind sample thing is still fucking fucked. So we're just gonna spin the wheel and see what we can do. Do some kind of something, some kind of comparison or something like that. See what we can get out. The goal is to do blind samples on Tuesdays, but I'm like so in the fucking behind with that fucking shit right now. It's like fucked. So we'll see whatever this, if this stimulates some kind of idea for what we can do today, unless someone else has some particular suggestion they want to see. Oh, I don't want to drink that though. Does anyone want to see that whiskey? I don't. What else do we have? We have a winner. I feel like I've already done a lot 40 comparison with that thing. What is that? I feel like this wheel has like a 20% chance at any time to put this bottle on here. I don't think I have any new bourbons or anything to talk about with this thing. Last time I saw this wheel, it said Wild Turkey. Yeah, it is in fact like a 1% chance that it rolls Wild Turkey 101, yet somehow this ends up being here. It's rigged. We could do something with this Jameson, I suppose. See what this says. Eh. Wanted hideout link creator? What is this thing you're linking me? Okay. Did I open Irish recently? Do we have Irish that's open? That's like new. The list is all up to date now. I spent lots of time getting that up to date. No, I just have that still spots and shit like that. Did the Glenmo stuff. The Vision. Wow. Undetected. Holy. I feel like I killed most of the stuff that we've that I wanted to do. We've already done a lot of stuff. We could just talk about stuff that was good value and stuff that was terrible value, but I think on my list of my valuation list, the terrible value stuff is actually just expensive. It's just not the worst value, it's just expensive. We could see how that Bridgeland double barrel Tabercorn bourbon is doing. We opened that a little while ago. We could see how our bourbon is making out. What else haven't we done in a while? We could check in on our AO World Whiskey. I don't think I have another bottle for a Canadian. I have lots of unopened stuff, but I'm trying not to go through that too fast because I don't want to buy a bunch more stuff soon. Been drinking the Port Charlotte? There's no plan, I suppose. There's no plan. I'll open it right now for 1,000 bits. Yeah, we might just look at some of these Canadians. I don't have anything else to do off the top of my head. Yeah, so it's been a little while since we opened this thing, so we might just see how this, how the bourbon's making out. That's not a bad option. It's been a while since we looked at this thing. And then I have of course, we still have this Signal Hill one that's overproof, so we want to take a look at that and see kind of like how they compare. Do I have any other cask strength Canadians that are like not dog shit? They're mostly like whatchamacallit? They're mostly malt. Pour a little bit of this thing too. We'll just see how it's going. Yeah, I have to like order more sample bottles, and then I have to spend a weekend refilling them again. It's just like been like something that keeps getting kicked down the road because there's like other shit I gotta do. All right. Kill this. 2. It's not. Let's see. All right, so yeah, we're gonna take another look at our Bridgeland Distillery Tabercorn bourbon. Again, this is a 50% alcohol, single barrel, double barrel Canadian whiskey, really. That is 60% corn, 32% barley, 8% wheat. And this is all from Alberta producers. This is Alberta Distillery as well in Calgary. And last time we had this, we kind of were just hoping to see if it was like anything like bourbon, and it's not really. And as I seem to remember, it feels like it's a little on the younger side, but I kind of just want to see how this has progressed with some air, and see if it's kind of like improved any, because it was like kind of like okay when we had it last. It wasn't like the best ever. It was all right, and I seem to remember it kind of just drank sort of like. Why is that coming out so weird? I drank sort of like a youngish kind of Canadian whiskey and less like a bourbon. And probably with the climate that we have up here, there's just no way this is ever going to really exactly hit like a bourbon. And again, it could be that since it's a single barrel, like this particular barrel is a little different than like the standard offering, I suppose. But this is like a higher proof one, so we might end up comparing it with that Signal Hill Founder Select and kind of just see where we're at. And there's some chance that we'll pour some Alberta Premium too, but I get the feeling that's going to be more rye. But it's been a while since we had the Alberta Premium as well, since I reviewed it last. So the interesting thing about this particular bottle is, despite the fact that it is spirit aged in a barrel, they very curiously have omitted the word whiskey from this completely. So I don't know what the deal is with that. The bottle doesn't say whiskey at all. It says that it is a number 2 mash bill grain spirit that was aged in barrels. So I don't know what that means. It was aged in 2 New Charred Oak American barrels, but they call it a grain spirit. So that's kind of whiskey, but I don't know if they're breaking some kind of rule. Maybe they're breaking some kind of rule where they can't write the word whiskey on the bottle. I'm not sure. I kind of assume grain spirit aged in a barrel is probably whiskey, but again, it is omitting that particular word, and now it is using the word bourbon, BERBON, which does not mean anything. So it's kind of curious a little bit. So I don't know if they're doing something weird, or it just happens that it doesn't say whiskey anywhere on the bottle. But when you put whiskey, like, there is obviously certain rules for that. But typically those rules are not very hard to meet. So if you're putting grain spirit in a barrel, I would kind of assume you would meet the rules for whiskey. I mean, it is fermented, distilled, and bottled, almost like it would be a single grain whiskey. But the packaging is just kind of a little weird. It kind of like makes you think like, hey, maybe there's something weird that they did to this. But we're kind of assuming it's whiskey. It says it's made in a pot still, but nowhere in the bottle does it say whiskey. Yeah, so it's kind of like, right off the rip, it's kind of I'm getting reminded instantly of kind of like why I thought it was a little bit on the young end, and it's immediately very sharp on the nose, like really kind of a little bit rough to get into. That being said, the aromas that are there are very thick and sweet, very sweet. Like instantly rich, like dark toffee sweetnesses, syrupy sweetnesses. But that alcohol is definitely like a little bit on the punchy side. There's some barrel notes in there, but it's not super loud. It's mostly just all on the sweet factor. But nothing super complex. Kind of lacking much spice or that kind of thing. Not really any fruity notes. Like there is almost a note to it that I would associate with menthol, but I think that's actually just some of that like youthful alcohol note. Like there's something to it that kind of like hits like there's an edge of menthol on it, but to me I think again that's actually just something to do with the youth of it, not like that there's anything creating a menthol character. It's definitely like just all the sweetnesses, corn syrup and dark toffee, a little bit of wood, and that's about it. It's just really, it feels like a really strong spikiness. All right, so we'll give her a little tasty taste. This Bridgeland, a bourbon, Tabercorn bourbon. See how it's doing on palate. On the palate, most of that sweet kind of corn syrup, syrupy characteristic. A little bit of barrel to it. A little bit of buttery character. And then you get into some of those spices on the finish. Slight like baking spice, spike, oakiness. Finish is like really short though. Easily like short plus or short. Again, I don't know like that. It doesn't say the age of this, but for a Canadian, you know, maybe it's not that young, but man, it really feels young. It really feels like this is like 3-4 years old or something like that. Some slight cherry character on the nose. Again, still like a little aggressive, a little bit punchy. In terms of like just that sharpness. Just a little bit challenging to kind of get into. That being said, it is kind of hitting a little bit closer to bourbon today than I feel like when we originally cracked it. It kind of felt more like Canadian whiskey. Today, it is kind of like hitting more of those kind of bourbon kind of notes. The spike and spice in the finish and the oakiness on the finish are definitely more reminiscent of bourbon. Now, the palate is kind of like a little bit on the sweet side. But like overall, it's kind of like tasting closer to bourbon than I remember on the initial pour. But I think still the problem with it is the maturation up here rather than in say in Kentucky. I don't know how many years aged it is, but a lot of bourbons like don't seem to come across this sharp at 4 years of age. So if this is like 4 years of age in Canada, probably the climate has something to do with it kind of like coming across a little bit sharp, not really getting as much out of the barrel over like that 4 year period compared to like you would in a Kentucky environment. Because like the finish is really not sticking with me. And it kind of does feel like a little sharp, a little youthful. And these things are all also true of this Signal Hill. So let's pour some of that and kind of see how that's doing. This thing again, kind of same vibe. Of course, this is not a bourbon. This is a a blended Canadian whiskey that is out of Newfoundland, even though none of the liquid comes from Newfoundland. But it is blended in Newfoundland, I suppose. I think if I remember correctly, with this one, say here, right click right off. Yeah, so this one is only corn and barley. We don't know the proportion. Uh, so it's kind of similar in some respect to what you would get out of a bourbon, I suppose. This says column still corn whiskey and pot still malt whiskey, non-age statement, and it was aged in new charred oak, first fill ex bourbon, and of course your favorite barrel and mine, ex Canadian whiskey. And it kind of felt like a bit of the same thing about this when we tried it on the first pour. It was kind of a little bit punchy and aggressive and sharp in terms of just like the alcohol kind of being hard, creating like a bit of a barrier to kind of really get into what the flavor is. Not that you couldn't get the flavor, but it was just a little bit aggressive and punchy and felt youthful. So this has been open for a little while. Again, we haven't like drunk a whole bunch out of it, so like maybe lower fill level will help us in that regard. But I'm kind of just, since we last touched this, where is this at, Again, this was rated top blended Canadian whiskey of the year last year. Doesn't really surprise me. I seem to remember this one having a great amount of flavor despite it being a little bit kind of sharp. Now again, I don't know what the 40 proof or the 40% alcohol or 80 proof version of this Signal Hill kind of drinks like, but I don't know if they even have any of these around. There's a world where like I seem to think that's probably not terribly expensive. I could probably pick up a bottle of the like 80 proof one and just kind of see how it hits, but I seem to think these are maybe just gone now. Oh, nope, there's maybe some around. Just to see what this kind of drinks like lower proof wise. And it might give us a good idea of what some other kind of really tame Canadian whiskeys might actually be able to accomplish if they release something closer to a cask strength. Again, this is overproof, so it's not quite cask strength, but it's quite high proof at 56.3% alcohol. It's cask strength by any other name, I suppose. And again, this Tabercorn bourbon was 100 proof. I'll leave that for a minute. It's definitely kind of an assault right now. It makes you think of like, hey, maybe if they released Red Bank. Maybe if they released Red Bank at cask strength, maybe we'd be in for something. Yeah, I mean, this is like sweet and almost like a little bit toasty, but like a little bit marshmallow, but it just, I'm struggling with it being slightly untempered. That's something like, as we are like mostly in Scotch rum a lot of the time, we don't necessarily have to think about too much what these kind of like sort of young and youthful whiskeys kind of like hit like, because again, even like the lower end statements in Scotch are 8, 10, and 12 years. If this is like 3 years, kind of just don't really get to expose that same kind of like weird harshness. We were talking about Scotch. Now, I'm not a chemist, but I know that there are some compounds within the like head cut that some amount of it get into the barreled product, and those are the first things that will kind of like evaporate out of the barrel because they're kind of like the like compounds that would have came up first of distillation, and usually kind of like you're distilling, and then obviously they don't go away, but you make a cut somewhere where most of those compounds are not in the like core heart cut, if that makes any sense, and those compounds will easily escape the barrel as some of the first things to evaporate. It's like my understanding of how like the process works. And I don't know if like, those things are always just escaping in those long maturation Scotch barrels. And in some of these younger whiskeys, they kind of just have a little bit of that harshness off of that head cut that's still in there, that didn't really get a chance to fully evaporate. And that's what's kind of like making it a little harsh. Because if it's 50% alcohol, it's 50% alcohol. That really shouldn't change the harshness of it. It would be kind of like those other kinds of, like, I'm assuming head cut kind of compounds. They're kind of like making it hard to approach. But like I said, I'm not a distiller and I'm not a chemist, so I don't really know exactly about that. But I'm just trying to make sense of this. That's interesting. So right now this is hitting me like really super duper Christmas spices and gingerbread. And I remember this one to be like, again, liquid sponge toffee, that kind of realm. But the nose right now definitely hitting with all the spiciness, all the like molasses cookie, with Christmas spices. But again, there's a slight edge to it where like it's just a little bit sharp. And we're kind of hoping that maybe again, like as fill level goes down on this one, and maybe as fill level goes down on this Tabercorn one here, maybe like some of that harshness might diminish. Because right now it's still like very much like compared to like a Scotch of the same price, it definitely hits way harsher in terms of like the alcohol. That spikiness of the burn in the nostrils. That slight harshness kind of in the palate. Yeah, not as sweet as I remember. I get more spicy. We're going to try some palate again. Again, this is the Signal Hill Founder Select Overproof. Cheers. Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah, so that's the major difference I feel between this Signal Hill and this Bridgeland is, yeah, the Signal Hill is slightly higher proof, but they're both largely corn and barley mash bill. Yeah, like there's like a little bit of wheat in the Tabercorn one. They're largely both corn and barley mash bill, but oh, the flavor that you get out of this Signal Hill Founder Select Overproof, it's kind of like overpowering levels of like just sweet liquid sponge toffee, darker syrups, the flavor components on the palate and on the finish just make it like so much clearer that it's like providing a more. Like there's still some of that flavor in that, like, you know, it's not that necessarily it's mute on the Tabercorn bourbon, and it is kind of like more bourbony, and like the Signal Hill is more like Canadian whiskey, but I have to assume that either the quality or the maturation of the Signal Hill one is kind of just in a better place. Because the flavor is not nearly as strong, and it just seems like more harsh on the Tabercorn. But again, it doesn't kind of reach more into those bourbon, spicy, and woody notes that don't really like hit with that Signal Hill one. But I guess somewhat of it is I definitely prefer the Signal Hill flavor profile. It's like all the like vanilla and spices and sweet toffee and molasses kind of idea at very loud volume. Whereas I guess maybe part of what it is with this Tabercorn, it's kind of like similar to bourbon, but all the bourbons I've had, they kind of like collect these notes, these like slight sweetness, slight oakiness, slight spiciness. They like get all these notes together at like a better cohesion and a better intensity level for a lower price. Like you just mid-range bourbon kind of does a better job of expressing these notes than the Canadian Tabercorn bourbon bottle does. Whereas the like Signal Hill is kind of like amped up versions of what we kind of feel already about Canadian whiskeys. So in some ways it's like maybe I'm judging this in a way that's like, hey, the Tabercorn bourbon is like kind of like a shit bourbon, and the Signal Hill Canadian whiskey is kind of like a really great Canadian, despite the fact that they're not quite equal. They have similar mash bill, not necessarily similar barreling, but they both use new charred oak in the barreling process. But that Signal Hill is coming across like, man, a real tasty, sweet, all the notes that you expect of a Canadian whiskey amped up. And then like the Tabercorn is coming across like all those notes that you expect kind of out of bourbon, but like kind of like not as intense and kind of not cohesive, not very cohesive. So in that way, it's kind of like maybe that's how I'm judging them. Like they almost are not 1-to-1 really. It kind of just seems like, man, the Tabercorn just feels like a shittier bourbon, and the Signal Hill feels like a greater Canadian whiskey. So that's kind of like why I feel like it hits so much better. Despite being similar proof and similar mash bill, they kind of don't really kind of enter the same realm. That being said, they're both kind of a little bit fiery, untempered, a little bit spiky. But it almost feels like that spikiness is almost like worth it for the Signal Hill's flavor impact, and it's like kind of not worth it for the Bridgeland's flavor impact. It's like you could get that flavor impact better on like an American bourbon, and not have to like deal with this kind of like slight aggressiveness from the alcohol. Oh, it's good. Not complicated at all. It's just a loud, expressive, sweet finish, especially. That being said, a little bit challenging still. Like, I wouldn't want to give this to someone and be like, hey, this is a nice, sweet, smooth whiskey. This is not smooth to me. Like, we kind of overuse the word smooth sometimes when we talk about the spirits. But I'll use the anti-smooth in this instance. This Signal Hill is not smooth. It's not smooth at all. It's rough. I would call it rough. That being said, it's kind of like worth it. It's like it's worth it to have that little bit of spiky edge to it for me, in order to get like a flavor impact on a Canadian that normally you don't get. But I would not give someone that bottle and say, "Oh yeah, here's a nice smooth Canadian," which is what we like to say about Canadian whiskeys, right? Oh yeah, it's a nice smooth Canadian. It's really not. It's a little bit rough. And especially for a blended Canadian, again, you kind of assume that when you blend, you like take some care to like think about, hey, when we blend this together, it's going to be nice and smooth. And probably the 40% alcohol version of this is smooth and sweet. But you're not going to get nearly as strong as a flavor impact as you get off of this higher proof version. But you do lose the smoothness. It is a little bit spiky. I think it's like kind of objectively harsh in a few ways, both on the nose and on the palate. But you get like a good like flavor payoff here. I've never had a Canadian whiskey kind of hit the same level of intensity of flavor notes as you get out of this one. So in that regard, it's doing something good. But man, it is not smooth. And despite the fact that I was kind of hoping like, hey, we opened these two bottles like a while ago, like at least a quarter ago. Air hasn't really helped them that much. That's kind of like maybe like our thesis of the day was like, hey, let's get out these bottles that are like 3-4 months old now that have been opened, and kind of see like, if we just did a neck pour and kind of left it for a bit, how is it doing? In terms of like still being like kind of a bit hot and fiery, and they're both still kind of hot, fiery, a little bit challenging, and it hasn't really changed too much. So the next kind of like, we'll say like level of assessment for these, I suppose, is when eventually they get drunk down to like halfway or so. Like where do they stand in terms of still being like a little bit on that harsh, kind of spiky and challenging alcohol components. Even this one, like the nose is actually not the greatest on it either. Like the actual aroma notes are not the greatest. It's kind of like, I think it's some of that baking spice, like ginger cookie, molasses cookie sort of idea. But that's like it, right? And they're kind of like pretty low on intensity. Like probably lower than medium intensity. So like the nose could use some work here, and the palate is like a little bit challenging, but man, that back palate finish, the sweetness on this is out of control. Oh. It's like as soon as you swallow, this like liquid sponge toffee thing just hits your mouth. And you're like, oh my God. That's so good. So good. In that moment, it's all worth it. It's all worth it. So we had some higher proof whiskeys. Maybe we'll just take a bit of a dribble out of this Alberta Premium Cask Strength. Again, this is rye, 100% rye whiskey, so it's not like these others. But let's just. It's been a while since we had some of this, so we'll just take a little bit of it. Again, the biggest, but same idea with this particular bottle is similar to these other ones. the main like con about this particular whiskey is it's rocket fuel. Again, this is 64.2% alcohol. Just hot as hell. I've already kind of like gone from a 100 proof to like a 112. So maybe we can kind of like hit this 128 and kind of feel like it's not too bad today. Not too much of it, but just a little bit. Because again, this whiskey is so good. It's so good. But you kind of have to be ready for that kind of proof, because it really slaps. So like if you like are going and dry, you haven't had anything to drink today, no the distilled spirits, and then you go right into this, it's gonna like really burn. It's really going to be challenging. Again, most of the time for me, after like 2 or 3 sips, it's like fine, but it's always nice to kind of like warm up to it. And again, one of the things that I actually found that was interesting about this particular whiskey when we reviewed it is it kind of had all kinds of like fresh forest kind of notes, like fresh forest air and pine and this kind of idea. So that was kind of interesting. It's so thick on the glass too. Still gonna give that a minute. That is just so hot. You can kind of tell, like, as soon as you like get into a glass that's like not quite ready, it smells like ethanol. You're like, this can't be right, because it's not. So again, those alcohol vapors are going to be the ones that evaporate the quickest there, so we'll just give it some time to sort of get the worst of it out of the way. Got a troublemaker coming. He's on the way. Big troublemaker. Hi, troublemaker. Are you gonna sit and be good? You're never good. You don't want any of that whiskey. You don't want any of that whiskey. You gonna sit and be good? Oh yeah, there we go. It's all like spicy, so licorice. So like sweet craft root beer. Slight kind of herbal quality. Oh yeah, man, just again, these two other whiskeys we talked about have no rye in them, and this is 100% rye whiskey. So, of course, we go into this, and the first thing we think of is like, man, sweet, spicy craft root beer and baking spices and herbal spices and and like softwood lumber. And again, like fresh, like evergreen forest. Slight butteriness. What a great whiskey. Here we go. Alberta Premium Cask Strength Batch 5. Cheers. Oh, it's still hot. It's so good, though. Clearly, the 50 and the 156% alcohol just didn't quite get us to be prepared for the 64% alcohol. Oh, it's still hot. Oh, it's so good, though. It's just such sweetnesses and spicy characteristics melded together. You get all that kind of like spice rack, licorice, like root beer kind of flavor out of it. It's still like, man, it's still a little bit aggressive. But it's so good. Yeah, all that kind of like spicy rye elements and all those sweet elements are kind of all rolled together. But the wild thing to me is where you get those some of those crazy outlier notes like in softwood lumber, like evergreen forest. This also has like some amount of like chocolate in it too. It kind of gets deep enough to hit chocolate. But all kind of like all manner of like sweet, kind of like sweet and spicy things baked in together, like spicy, baking spices, molasses cookie, kind of like root beer, licorice kind of realms. Like all these kind of like sweet and spicy elements are all kind of like hitting a little bit. But that slight like outer layer where it gets into like, again, like dill or evergreen forest or like, well, softwood lumber, that's kind of where it really kind of takes it to the next level. Like there's a little bit more there than you would get out of like other typical like 100% rye whiskey. It's so rich, such great flavor. Intense flavors. It's still hot, but it's so good. It's always worth. Always worth. I'm going to combine some of these together. Why not? All right. So, at the end of the day, these get tempered a little bit by like a month of being open. No, a couple months of being open, really. It's like 3 or 4 months of being open. They still are like really hot. They're still really fucking hot. And a little bit like spiky. So unfortunately, it's going to take more. We'll have to like see kind of where they feel like at a lower fill level when we drink them down a little bit more. Maybe we'll have a better result when it comes to like their fill level. or not fill level, in terms of lower fill level, we'll see what if it has a better result in terms of like how like aggressive they are, and see if these bottles kind of like turn around, sort of their fire and temporary character when they've kind of like are at a lower fill state. Because again, sometimes we think about lower fill states being bad for whiskeys because they're like less fresh or whatever. They've had certain compounds, you know, change in them. But sometimes bottles, you know, they can use some change. They can use some differences that might actually make them appreciate. So we'll see if we can get that out of these guys. Yeah, and of course Alberta's Premium Cask Strength, always hot but always good, so good. Great bottle, great price. If you can get it, excellent. That being said, still a little bit more aggressive. Like even that, like what was it? Highland Park Cask Strength wasn't as aggressive as this. That being said, I think that Highland Park Cask Strength we know is roughly 14 years old, right? And this is probably not half that age, right? So that has something to do with it for sure. I think that you know, even though it's probably aged a good amount, man, maybe you know that extra 10 years that every Scotch bottle seems to have, you know, that really kind of helps kind of be a little bit more approachable, a little bit more smooth when it comes to kind of how it gets received on the palate. Yeah, tomorrow we'll do some more Oblivion tomorrow. Fresh crack tomorrow. We have all kinds of random bottles around, and we did all our Glenmoes. So we have what do we have? We still have the cask strength, the Shelter Point cask strength 10-year-old state barley club bottle. We have the 21 Aberfeldy 21. We have the Bushmills Black Bush. What else is there? There's the Balvenie 12-year-old double wood. We also have the Bamor 12 Sherry Oak. That'll probably be the bottles that are up for grabs. And then soon after that, we'll get into like the Yellow Spot, Blue Spot, Port Charlotte, some of those indie bottles as well. As things progress. Yeah, and on Friday we'll be doing more Final Fantasy. So if you've been waiting for the Final Fantasy Fridays will be the thing that we're doing. So kind of like the rough kind of game schedule we're kind of hitting is like we'll do like right now Oblivion's kind of just the game that I'm into, but we'll do like our kind of like longer play type game. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and then like Mondays is going to be like random puzzle game, and Friday is going to be Final Fantasy. That's kind of like how we're setting it up right now, because I kind of want to do all three of those things, but only have so much time. So I think we're gonna try to split focus a little bit. Hopefully you guys are okay with that. Thursday we'll do something. I can't remember if there's infinity bottle things to do or not. Yeah, Tuesdays and Thursdays I want to flesh out like kind of a better plan, but again, Tuesdays is still supposed to be blind sample days. It's just man, blind samples are hard to keep up with right now, so we'll try to get that fixed. Meant to keep up with it and I didn't. And Thursday is kind of wild card, but hopefully we'll try to like think of a better solution for that so that we can kind of like have a better schedule, because we went right off the cuff today, which is like not optimal. I kind of like rather have a plan, but I'm also like busy, so it's like hard to make a plan. So I want plans that make themselves. So we'll try to like get back to that plan that makes itself pretty soon. I gotta order more things. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. Again, we're uploading to YouTube every day. And I'm due to write another community update, so we're going to do that. Kind of all encompass what I've said already. And we'll do another poll for next month's community selection. So we'll be another 10 bottles up to vote for next month's community option. I think that's it. I think that's all. Thank you guys for being here. I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah. I guess that's it. Peace.